From 69 to about 1970, I was involved in drawings like that. Some of them were included in Festival International de Baalbek catalog when they did the history of art in Lebanon. And they were very popular. But I felt that this is not what Beirut wanted. When I did the pre-revival series, which is called the Circular Scramble series, people in Beirut were still interested in what you call painting. Everybody used to like to be called artiste peintre, and they used to use another expression called présence murale. When in 69 I left AUB, I graduated, I felt a little bit outside this. I wasn't from the other side of Alba or the Lebanese University. So when I did these drawings and exhibited them, the only person who covered these exhibitions was Mirez Akar. He referred to them as dessins géométriques entièrement exécutés par des moyens mécaniques. Then 1 year later, in 71, I had my first exhibition at the John F. Kennedy American Center, and they were all paintings. I thought maybe I should just shift to painting. And in some ways, she was a little bit disappointed when she wrote a review about, she had referred to me, il était un merveilleux ordonnateur. Il avait en effet quelque chose de tout à fait original et personnel, alors que ces toiles, malgré tous les talents qu'on y trouve, ne sont pas sans rappeler une certaine peinture américaine. This is 52 years ago. So I had a very big exhibition at Contact Gallery, and I had an exhibition. It was not an exhibition of paintings on canvas. It was a very experimental exhibition. It was critically questioned quite a bit. The painting in Lebanon, many people had established a standard. So I couldn't fit into that standard, or the conformity, if you want to call it. I couldn't fit. I did not know how to fit. I think that show put a stop to a lot of things I was doing. The next morning, Nazir Khatir wrote in An-Nahar a very, very, very critical article about the review. And I think it did put a stop. And then I left to the US. I decided to continue painting. I came to New York, and then I separated with Contact, and I was invited to join a gallery called Delta, and it was owned by Yoli Rizet. And she invited me. I had a very big show of also a series called Color Field Paintings. After that exhibition, I started working on the Revival Variation series. This variation series that I did was in 73. It was the biggest I did. In fact, if I had found bigger paper, I would have done it even larger. One thing that the Revival Variation also allowed me to do is to discover the use of a medium which I've always liked, which is graphite. I couldn't find a place where to exhibit it because it required almost 12 meters. She said to me, we can't exhibit all of them. We'll choose 3 of them, and we'll do the parallel exhibition in Rome. And I said, fine. It was my last exhibition in Beirut, my last exhibition in Rome. It was never exhibited altogether. I've always worked in series, always, from the very beginning. The way I exhibit the series, it's in the way I produced it, I developed the image. So the 1 is number 1 and the 10 is number 10. There is a common denominator in all of my work. The structure is always the same, even until today. So when I came and I was living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I did a whole series of untitled work paintings. And I combined the structure of the Revival Variations into these paintings. And it was very important for me. I was very happy that I was able to do that, because had I been in Lebanon in 77 and did those untitled works, they were very large, 3 times, 4 times the size of each of the revival, but they were on canvas. And I was very happy I did them. When Mirez Akar used the word ordonnateur, years later, I looked at it and I said, she was right. What she meant by it is to place an order in a painting or in a drawing or in a print or even in a sculpture or even in a conceptual work. There was a tendency, and probably there still is a tendency in Lebanon and elsewhere, not just Lebanon. I don't want Lebanon to be the issue here, but people want to be able to recognize the artist. And if you switch or you reinvent yourself, it's very difficult. Not for the artist, but it's very difficult for the person. They want to be able to say, oh, this is a so-and-so artist. From a very early time when I left AUB, I couldn't be this one person that did this one thing, even until today.